Hello and happy Thriving Thursday. Today let's talk about number 11 on the PA, title objections. Today we continue our master class on the purchase agreement. So first let's read number 11, title objections. If objection to title is made based upon written notice that title is not in the marketable condition required for performance hereunder, seller shall have 30 calendar days from date notified in writing of particular defects claimed to either A, remedy title, or B, obtain title insurance satisfactory to buyer. Buyer agrees to complete sale within 10 calendar days of written notification that the title has been remedied or by date specified in this agreement if later. If seller is unable or unwilling to remedy the title within the time specified, buyer will waive requirement in writing within 10 calendar days of written notification hereof, or agreement may be declared null and void at buyer's option. So what exactly is a title objection? It is a legal objection to the ownership of a property. It can be raised by the buyer or more likely by the attorney, typically during the title search. So a title objection may be raised if there are any issues with the title to the property that could prevent the buyer from taking ownership or that could impact the value of the property. Examples of common title issues that could trigger a title objection include liens, easements, boundary disputes, encumbrances, ownership issues, and errors in public records. When a title objection is raised, the seller must typically take steps to resolve the issue or provide the buyer with an acceptable resolution. This may include paying off liens, clearing up ownership disputes, or obtaining title insurance to protect the buyer against any potential losses. Number 11 gives the seller 30 days to take care of any issues or objections. I'll review the 6 common title objections. Number 1, liens. So these are legal claims on a property that can be made by creditors, contractors, or other parties. If the seller has any liens on the property, they may need to be paid off or satisfied before the sale can proceed, possibly even paid off at closing with those proceeds. Number 2, easements. An easement is a right to use someone else's property for a specific purpose. If there are any easements on the property that could affect its use or value, they may need to be addressed. This could be a shared driveway and those should be recorded. Number 3, boundary disputes. If there is a dispute over the boundaries of the property, it could affect the sale. This might occur if a neighbor has encroached on the property or if there's a disagreement about where the property lines are. Number 4, encumbrances. An encumbrance is a claim or burden on that property that limits its use or value. This could include things like zoning restrictions, deed restrictions, or other limitations. Number 5, ownership issues. If there are any questions about who owns the property, it could trigger a title objection. For example, if the property was inherited and there was a question about the validity of that will, it could create a title issue. Number 6, errors in public records. Sometimes there can be errors in public records that affect the title. For example, there might be a mistake in the legal description of the property or a typo in the owner's name, and this hopefully can be easily fixed. So these are just a few examples of the type of issues that could trigger an objection or a cloud on title. That's why it is so important to work with a great title company that can find these issues and to help you and the seller work through them. I know this can be a bit of a dry and possibly confusing topic, but the more you work in it, the more you kind of start to learn about it. But it is important to educate yourself on title objections. So I've dealt with a few ownership issues myself where there was a break in the chain of title, had to do quiet title. That was quite a learning experience. I'm curious what you've come across. If you have any questions, as always, I am here to help. Please continue to practice kindness out there. I hope you're having a great, thriving Thursday and a wonderful weekend.